I'm Donna Ashbrook. I'm a breeder of toy Manchester Terriers. I'm not an adoptee and know very little about adoption, but I do know quite a bit about my breed. People sometimes think toy, tiny, cute. Well, this is a terrier bred to kill rats, so it has a terrier personality. If you're not used to living with a terrier, you might find it very surprising. This is my baby book on our very first show dog. Actually, I guess we adopted him in kind of a sense. We didn't breed this dog. His career, which was quite spectacular, we chronicled it both in photo and in print. This is what our registration certificates look like. They all show the name of the dog, the sire, and the dam. And AKC, with its record keeping, makes sure that we keep records of what happens to each and every puppy where they go. They teach us to be very responsible for the whole life of the dog. This is the puppy, mother and father, grandfather and grandmother, and back 5 generations. These are pictures of the puppies in utero. Here is a test done by VetGen to show that he is clear of von Willebrand's disease. You also keep records now of DNA analysis. We can prove who the father and the mother are. They're definitely not orphans. They have history, provable history by science. If you have the past, you have the future, a good part of it. If you have none of it, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what the lifespan is. You don't know what the potential for illness is. You don't know what the potential use of the dog, the best use of the dog would be. You don't know its disposition in its entirety. And you're really left with a total enigma. Until we sat here and talked about the dogs and about the history behind dogs, I'd never thought to relate it to human beings, to even think about it on, oh, that's difficult. This is silly. It's so important to us as dog breeders to know as much as we can about the dog's history and that whole line of dogs. It's not just the dog. No dog is just the dog. The dog is the last result of a line that's gone before it, maybe hundreds of years. Environment, I think, is just a certain part of what we are. I think heredity is so important. What pride do you have of what your ancestors have done? I mean, that's so much of who we are. Those who came before us are who we are today. If we didn't have any records of any kind on a dog, it would be called a rescue dog from the pound. You would not expect anything. You should not be surprised at anything. Anything could happen. It could be a terrible heartbreak. It could be a terrible joy. Or it could be a wonderful joy. You know, it could be any number of things, but you wouldn't know what to expect. If you have the history, you have those questions answered in good part up front. Of course, there are going to be dogs that may deviate a bit from it, as you would expect, but you'll have a general blueprint. And everything in life is not a surprise then.